Nigerian youths, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. God bless you all for living up to expectation, at least for doing what we are not able to do, and for owning up what you have. This thing I'm about to tell you, they are not happy me telling you this, but I don't have an option. All you need do is to listen and follow the rules. First of all, I'll give you three instances. If you remember they call it the mother of all battles, when Iran was being a little stubborn, and during that war, was it Iraq or Iran? Immediately the war started, somebody quickly released a missile from there to Israel. His whole idea was so that Israel will retaliate, and before you know it, it will turn into religious war. And the world discerned what was happening and told Israel, please don't confuse the thing. And it never happened. To their greatest surprise, what they expected didn't happen, and they were dealt with thoroughly. That is one. I know of a family, a couple that just moved into an area newly, a virgin area, and then it happened that one day the wife of the man was coming home and suddenly bumped into an intruder. And the man immediately saw the woman, just told her, look, I've come to warn you. Tell your husband if to stay clear from my wife. Otherwise, I'm going to do something very strange in this family. You know, women, because the woman have thought she has had something to, hold on the husband, the man left with that excuse. And then when the man came back and the wife told him what was said about him, the man, being experienced and knowledge, just smiled and asked his wife, where is the man? Say, who is he? Where did he come from? Who is his wife? The woman said she doesn't know. He said, you see, that was a very cheap scam. He knows that once you women hear such thing, you are so excited that you will not bother. Your brain will just travel that you will not bother thinking what next to do. It was just for you to hold that man and raise alarm. Now you allow the man to go. Who is he? We are just new here. Who do I know here that somebody would have known my house to come here and warn me for about his wife? So that's the story. Thirdly, if you have heard or know about the Ejibo plane crash in the early 90s. Sorry to mention, but statistically, you would have known that majority of the people that died there were army captains, army sergeant, which means it was just for a certain age bracket that was completely loaded in that aircraft. Well, I'll just end them there and then we begin to talk. You see, these looters, let me tell you, they are not looting so that they can eat, they have enough for their eating. They are looting so that they will have all the power to remote control the youths. Put that aside. Statistically, we all know that the population of every country, youths make up to at least 70%, if I'm not mistaken. Which means that is where the power is. Which means it is the youth that can vote people. Which means it is the youth that can rig election. It is the youth that can snatch ballot boxes. Let me tell you, most of these people were begging to please release power. They can no longer, they are so aged that they cannot even jump out of through the window in case of emergency. They can no longer even jump. And anything that happens, all they do is use this money, remote control you, the holder of the power, and remote control you. And most of you will foolishly go and start doing what they said you should do. Take, for instance, youths are there in the street saying that life should be better for people. And then the people that are coming around to shoot, I can bet you, it's not those people that are the problem. Because some of them have been caught in France running. because some of them are found maybe in France and America and so on. But they will arrange the thing and with phone and tell people do it, you will get increment, and and then the people you are fighting for will be the ones to do them the favor and start acting sheepishly. Say no to it and see what is going to happen. Let me tell you why you have the power. In this forthcoming election, if you youths decide to say we are not voting for anybody that is below the age of 18 and above the age of 50, just put the age limit. If you say you are not voting, nothing, you can only vote who you want to vote into power. That is a very diplomatic way of facing these aged people, and so that you just stop thinking about that thing. I don't know where you found it. You say God, what do you call it? Is my Godfather. What is Godfather? It has continued that even for you, after schooling, after education, for you to get job, it is to say unless Godfather gives you note and so on. And that's why that country is as rubbish as that. But if you say, look, we are going to be the ones in power. We're in democratic government. If the whole youths decide you are going to vote youths, there's nothing anybody can do. That man with that power can only decide to remote control by lobbying people to please go and do the job for him. And if you tell him, sorry, we are no more remote control dependent, we are now fully manual, you can go for it. At the worst scenario, if they refuse to take you there, levy yourself and have Nigerian Youths Party, National Party for the Youths, National Youth Party, Youth Party of Nigeria. You can give it any name, YPN, NPY, and so on and so forth. It becomes for the youth. And then it becomes obvious that you want to control it. Even in the Bible, it says strength is it is the stronghold of the youth. Wisdom is only for the elderly. But when they are using this wisdom to mislead you, why do you take it? You can decide today to say, no more. We are here to be. And there are many ways. You try them and you couldn't break that one. You say, okay, for us to vote you, if at all we will consider you, your deputy, your assistant must be within this age. In which case you are gradually trying to fizzle that one out. But I tell you, if the makeup of the government today takes about 90% youth and only 10% remain as those elderly aged ones, you can drill them out on a meeting. You give them a 4 days marathon meeting non-stop, and then you make sure that every meeting is held at the 4th or 10th floor of the building, no lift working. Let us see how they can survive it for another 3 months. All of them would throw in their resignation and know that this knowledge has come to stay. I am telling you that if you practice this today, everybody, the whole world will know that this knowledge, this wisdom was given to you by somebody with gray hair. But the issue is, how willing are you to do it? I don't know. No wonder Proverbs says there is an evil he has seen on this earth. A servant riding on a horse and a master trekking. That is exactly what is happening. Youths, you are the owner of the power because population is yours, strength is yours, but that is why they won't stop looting, because they loot in order to use to remote control you and remove your brain and make you to begin to use your power. Contrarily, say no to it and the world will clap for you. They will know that it is gone. Problem is there now. Okay, why are they all at if they were that good, let's not go about it. Tell me, this type of run I'm seeing on clip in France, will somebody like Engineer David Omahe do that? I think no. Can Professor Yara do that? I think no. Can somebody like Wike do that? I think no. What I don't know is people like the OJs and then the Okorochas and or delete them. I don't know about those ones. But I'm saying, when your conscience does not condemn you, you have boldness. Another thing is, those so-called people Why do you allow their children in the street and they come, you begin to worship them? These are the respect, they have connection, their father is there. By the time you see their child or children on the road and you boo them, they are so ashamed of even coming outside. They are ashamed of mixing up with people. My friend, the job you couldn't do, they will do it for you. They'll go to the house and give their father a very restless situation. Look at what we are facing because of you, this, and that. The man will have no other option than to have a conscience. When you now apply for interview, unless you go through them, you will not get anything. Then in school, you see people that you actually were their mentor, everything. And then once they are out from school, whether service or not, their job is already there waiting. Then somebody will come in today, you've been there for ages, and he comes to begin to boss you. Some of them will come in for you just to take over from you for what, 2 or 3 days. The next one, you start reporting to the boy that you nurtured. You can say no to that because you are the youths and the power belongs to the youths, not the elderly. Everything they do, they say they have power, they have connection, they all apply only there, not anywhere in the world. Remove that remote control option, their power is finished. You have the power, you have the population, you have the energy, you have the vitality. Why will you depend on them for survival? Say no to it and say, I, Sam, told you that I said this will work. We will not take to street anymore. We will not look at the story now. They say, yeah, these people are against these people. They are trying tribal something. After that, like Nnamdi, God bless him, wherever he is, he said, after that one, watch out, they will try religious aspect. And then after that, then Nigeria will come to be. But let me tell you the simple solution to it. Say no to remote control. Take back the power. As you're going to the polling station, anybody below 18, don't give him any chance. Anybody above 50, 55, as you people decide, not me. If you see me there and you think I'm not qualified, just politely, don't even bother telling me. You wink your eyes and say, look, there's no point now. We know it is good. We can make you an advisor. We can bank on your advice, but let us have people that can still walk upstairs. Let us have people that can still remain awake for 3 hours meeting. All those things put together will put you people right, and there will be nothing like it. God bless you for listening to this and for keeping to it. If you try it, put me anywhere, any day. The world will say, where did you get this experience from? Thank you. God bless you. Bye.